Broadcasting live from upstate New York, a technology talk show that puts you and your questions first. It's Tech Talk Live.
Yeah, baby, it's Tech Talk Live, coming to you live from upstate New York. Flipper.
Snide. And it looks like JJ is in the between the sheets.
Yeah, he probably should be in between the sheets. He had to work last night.
And you got to say it again. We're live from upstate New York in Studio B, basement.
Right, there you go. We're a live computer talk show, broadcasting live. We take your calls, we answer your questions, we do some news, we do whatever you guys want to do. So if you want to give us a call at 315-220-0692.
Or give us an email at techtalklive, NY, at gmail.com.
Right.
So the radio show, or this show, is about you people out there. I know you got lots of questions.
Oh, absolutely.
Got lots of questions, but you don't want to call in.
So call.
You know? I can't keep talking to Flip. I got to talk to somebody else.
All right. Right. So we got lots for you up on deck for this show. I'm going to try to keep moving back and forth because I'm going to try to do everything all at once here, so bear with me.
Nobody's going to bear nothing with you.
I kind of figured that much. So, but yeah.
Loss of memory. Boy, I'll tell you, that's what I got this week.
Me too.
I get to a point and I can't go beyond that point. There's something about it that I can look right at the item and can't even think of what they call it.
Well, I
was having a stroke. I wasn't having a stroke. It's something about being old, old age. Somebody call in and tell me what it is,
Right.
No, it wasn't
I
a
think
stroke.
it's CRS,
My talk isn't slurred like it is today,
Right. Well, that's all the drinking soda pop.
But I just couldn't figure out what was going on, and I'd be talking to somebody on the phone, and I said, I'm going to the show this weekend, and I was looking right at it, and what is it? Camper, RV. I couldn't jump over that hurdle. It was the RV show this weekend down the State Fair.
Right.
Which I'm not going to, which today's the last day or tomorrow. I forget which day it is, but anyway, you'd have to look it up on the net. So, anyway, I made it past that, and then I made it past the Wendy's supply line.
Right.
This weekend, or this week when we go out there. Been having an awful lot of problems with the banks this week for some reason.
Well,
all of the banks.
It's just everything's changing. I mean, the regulations have changed. Things have just changed. People are getting their cheese moved. I mean, it's just the way it happens, I guess. I mean, what are you going to do?
And then I went and got my taxes done, and they told me that they can do my taxes e-file now.
Well, yeah, they could have done it years ago, but just.
Well, they asked me if I wanted to e-file, and I says, geez, as long as I get a hard copy of it, to put in my file.
Right.
That's all I care about. So that this year you can't say next year you all of a sudden, well, you didn't file this last year. Yes, I did. Here
yeah.
it is.
Well, one of the big things about the e-filing that makes it really, really nice, especially for a lot of people, is that it does have what they call an electronic check before they send it. So, when they process it through their tax preparation software, it goes through and checks 49 points or whatever for any type of red flags that are going to say, hey, you need to be audited. So, e-filing is definitely a nice way of doing it, especially if they got software that integrates with those types of checks, like, TurboTax and, TaxSlayer is a good one. Just a lot of that stuff is just, good checks, good
checks and balances.
There you go. Thank you. See, I'm having the same problem.
You come up and that fog is there, but you can't. You see it on the other side of the fence, but you can't jump over to get to that work.
Yep, I hear you. So
that's
anyway.
what it's about. But no, e-filing is pretty good. I think I'm going to do it as soon as that's out. Of course, my state, I can't say what that's all about, but I don't get any back, and I don't have to pay any in. So
right. Well,
that's part of being what I was throughout the years.
Right.
Another complete one, but that's a place to store hemorrhoids.
Okay.
Anal.
Yeah, anal, all right. So,
got any thoughts on this stuff? Give us a call, 315-220-0692.
Right.
And this show is for you people, not me, for you.
Absolutely. So call with your computer questions, or if you got any type of...
if you just want to carry on a conversation with us about this stuff. Feel free.
Right.
We're down to earth. We're not.
We are?
Well, we're not. We're under the earth right now. But
Right, I was going to say, we're really down to earth, right?
where's your prepper room so I know where to go?
Right, absolutely.
You're not preppering or anything?
No, I'm not peppering anything.
Prepper.
I don't care. Prepper, it doesn't matter either way.
Yeah, for
Anyway, today's Dr. Seuss's birthday, March 2nd. You know, he would have been...
Happy birthday to Dr. Seuss.
Right, so...
Guess what?
What?
I got something that's older than Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, what's that?
It's on the coming up.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, Dr. Seuss's birthday is today. He would have been 109 if he was still alive today. It's amazing how much stuff that, you know, he sparked.
And just think, this month would be green eggs and ham.
Yeah, well, yeah, it would be green eggs and hams, wouldn't it?
Yeah, March. Ides of March.
St. Patty's Day, right?
Kiss me, I'm Irish.
You're not Irish. You're nowhere close to being Irish. So, anyway, so...
Nobody's got any thoughts on that? Give me a call. So anyway, Dr. Seuss says?
Dr. Seuss, 109. So I thought I'd see if there was some type of computer or technology related Dr. Seuss poem out there. So I found one. It was like 17 pages long. So I just took 2 paragraphs off of it. It was by Gene Zuckerberg or Zuckerberg back in 1994, and it was about computers. And my 2 favorite paragraphs of the whole thing was, if a packet hits a pocket on a socket on a port and the bus is interrupted as a very last resort, and the address of the memory makes your floppy disk abort, then the socket packet pocket has an error to report. If your cursor finds a menu item followed by a dash and the double-clicking icon puts your Windows in the trash, and your data is corrupted because the index doesn't hash, then your situation is hopeless. Your system's going to crash. So that was just one of my favorite things that was inspired by Dr. Seuss. Somebody wrote a poem about computers. So happy birthday.
Yeah, it's from the right click, left click, the monitor, the keyboard, left click, right click, memory.
Right, there you go. Right.
I had to remember that from the show back years ago.
I always thought it was in the name of the monitor, keyboard, right click, left click, amen.
Right.
On memory, yep.
On memory, and we'd sign off.
Yep. Those were the old days, back when we were on the transistor radio.
Yeah.
Snide's technically, according to one of your articles there, I think you're what, 2,092 years old by plant life?
Plant life, yeah. Man, I'll tell you. So,
are you ready to do one? Hey, we got to get through. I got two full topics. I saw you had 3, so let's get to work here.
Well, I got to get way down here. I didn't get connected up here yet.
Since JJ's not here, since JJ's not here, I'll start doing the singing. Let's get physical. Anyway.
Let's do the iPod. Okay, let's things that are older than me, older than Snide.
The things that are older than Snide, I can think of a million things, but let's see what you got.
So it says here, I don't know why it says the oldest woman, but anyway, animals are older than the world's oldest woman.
Okay.
So she's what, 104 years old?
114.
114 or something
like
that?
Yeah, I just looked it up the other day. Yep.
All right. Anybody got any ideas? Call us and let us know. Hurry up. I should have had an award for this if they could tell me something that's older than the oldest living human alive.
I got one thumb drive left.
Well, if you want to give it up or whatever.
I definitely got one thumb drive left.
Oh, that we didn't give out or something?
Yeah, well, it was left over from the...
All right, but if anybody wants to call and by, let's see, the halftime?
Halftime would be...
Because I'll go...
Yeah, we got 15 minutes.
But anybody listening out there and wants to give me one animal that's older than the oldest woman alive in this country or world, give us a call and you might be able to win an iPod. And if we get 2 or 3...
iPod?
Whatever.
A USB stick. Jeez, 8 gig USB stick. I got one left over.
All right, and like I said, if there's multiple right answers, then we'll put their name in a pot and draw it at the end of the show, right?
Yep.
So anyway, I can go on to the next thing I had here. Come on back down here. All right, I love this article. Oh, this was really good. Sleeping children learn better than adults. that's supposed to be better than sleeping adults. Is what
I was going to
it's
say anything learns better than you sleeping. You know?
So anyway, what this was all about is that while you're asleep, your brain is busy updating and rebooting. Holy cow, I didn't know that. Uh-oh, what if I get an error?
You get an error, you're crashing.
All right. It takes the information that you gathered throughout the day subconsciously and process it into an explicit conscious knowledge. Children usually perform worse than adults at the
Cognitive functions.
task.
Yes.
But the new study shows that they are significantly better at this process to the explicit conversion than adults. So that means they can convert that stuff better than adults to pack it away back in the brain for later recall.
Well, that's been a fairly common knowledge for a long time that kids, the developing child brain is more functional and more able to store learning stimuli than adults, because adults have a lot of different we'll say walls that prevent them from learning things sometimes, like predetermined notions are a great one, like, oh, I've done it this way all my life, now all of a sudden you're changing it, you know. I get that once in a great while, like especially with today's way that they're teaching the kids how to do math and science.
I don't even know how they do that. I can still add it up on my fingers or look at something and do all that math, you know?
Well, I mean, even in calculus or even in trig or geometry, they're changing how they've gone to make it so that you have to learn it two different ways. First way would be the standard way. The next way is this new weird thing. Yeah. I can't figure it out. I can't even wrap my head around it.
It doesn't matter if the answer is right or wrong. It's how you got there.
Well, that's kind of wrong.
Well, that's what they're teaching in math.
Well, yeah, because I mean that's just
but
wrong.
I remember when you were going to math, and way back when your mother and I went to parent teachers there when you were younger.
All right, I wouldn't show my work, and I gave them the right answer.
No, we went over and asked them, and the teacher says, "Well, Philip, can you show your parents that you can count to 5?" And you said, "Yes, teacher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5." Oh, dear God,
not this joke.
And the teacher says, "Can you count any higher?" And you said, "Yes, teacher, I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5."
Oh my God!
Bingo! I got one on you.
Oh my God! Save me! Call me! I don't care who calls. I don't care how you call. 315-220-0692. Just shut him up, okay?
But anyway, the child, as a child, you sleep more deeply than an adult. That's what it's all about.
Well, that's true too. That's another one of the walls, I would suppose.
And experience 3 times more slow wave sleep and higher electricity activity in the brain during that sleep. Mm-hmm. So these are some of the things that that are processing.
If you haven't heard about the My Baby Can Read product, have you heard about that?
In the womb?
No, it is part of it, but it's called My Baby Can Read, and you can get the 0 to 1-year-old, and then 1-year-old to 3-year-old, 3-year-old to 5-year-old. And what they do is they put headphones on and play these tapes to teach them the language very, very quickly. Then they teach in the books all the different functions. And like supposedly you can have a 3-year-old reading at a 6th grade level by using these products. And it's just, it amazes me because it uses all 3 different learning phases. You know, phase 1, which is the awake or conscious learning, you know, where you're conscious and you're physically learning and trying to learn something. Then they have the subconscious learning, which is where you're asleep learning, you know, and then they have this, what do they call it? It's a combination of the two, and I can't think of the word, but it takes the two and kind of puts you into a meditative state. You're still awake, you're still trying to learn, but you're in this kind of alpha state. So it's kind of neat.
Semi-sleep state.
Yes.
Anyway, there was an article here I'm going to say, don't quote me on the time period. A couple of 3 years ago, that when the mother was pregnant and they put these like earmuffs
Yeah, headphones
on the belly of the woman, and they were teaching children already to be a college grad by the time they come out of the womb. No, I'm just saying that's why I always use that statement that, is your child all ready for college when he's 1 year old?
Right.
Because they've went that far as to teach them, things like simple math and simple language.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't stick with them, memorize it. But as they start learning this stuff, it's all recalled because it's already been implanted in the brain.
Right. Well, it's just like any type of World War II brainwashing or the psychology. 101 basically when it comes to learning is repetitiveness one, and then we're all a product of our environment. Yeah. I think my boss this week said it best, and I think he's really got it on. And I can't remember how he said it now, but it was he was talking about like income differences and how some people are just born into money, and he's like we're all kind of that product of where we were born into or what we were born into. We kind of are that product. I mean, unless you do some drastic changes, you're just a product of your environment, and that's kind of the neat thought process to look at is that, I mean, if you took the Snyder family and the Kime family and the Smith family and picked them up out of Seneca County, New York, and moved them to Clearwater,
Texas.
Is it Texas? Clearwater, Texas?
There's several Clearwater.
I know. I'll just pick one. Okay.
I just said Clearwater, Texas.
Okay, so Clearwater, Texas. What would be the difference? What would be the difference? We would definitely have a language difference. We'd probably be talking like, "Oh, y'all," real slow too. But
no, that's Louisiana.
Okay,
y'all.
Well, one of them. I mean, come on. I'm not a geography. I'm a tech. I'm not a geography major. Okay.
Do that.
Right. Yump too.
Yeah.
But there would be a difference, and there would be a difference in because you're going to be a product of your environment. I guess it's just one of those things. I know when we were traveling on vacation this last year, we saw a lot of those differences.
Now, here's something that's always baffled me. You take a
just one thing.
You take a Spanish name like Juan.
Okay, Juan. Yeah, I got it.
Or Jose.
Okay, whatever. Jose. We'll stick with Jose. Jose's easy.
Like Jose Jones. Why isn't it Jose Holmes? Jose.
Oh, you're talking about the Jones versus.
Why is it spelled Jose Jones? Why isn't it spelled or pronounced Jose Holmes? You know what I'm saying? Here's the English language that again, like I say, we're back on a teaching subject.
Yeah, but I mean. That's not English. That's Spanglish.
Spanglish.
Yeah, that's Spanglish.
But I'm just saying, we get down to Clearwater, that's where we would be.
Right.
Would be Jose Holmes.
Okay, so anyway, the point was you're a product of your environment. Go ahead, continue on.
So let's see, where did I go? Slow wave and higher wave and all that activity in it, and study nature.
Snide's on slow wave.
Nature neuroscience. Well, there's quite an article to read all this stuff. Nature neuro science.
Neuro.
Yeah. Neuro. Nerves.
Yeah.
Okay. This week, I looked at 35 children between 8 and 11 years old, as well as 37 adults between 18 and 35. And each were asked to quickly press a sequence of buttons after they lit up. Mm-hmm. Half of them performed the activity before sleep and half after sleep. Then they were asked to recall a sequence of the 8 lights 10 to 12 hours later. After sleeping, almost all the children turned the implicit knowledge into explicit and could remember the sequence. Well, I probably couldn't after 4 hours because some of that stuff fades out because it's not that important.
But that's the whole thing about cognitive functions is to like I can't think of the name of the site now. You know, I'm having you pull all these wonderful ideas, and then I get all these ideas, and I'm sitting here waiting for you to get done, and then I'm like, poof, there they go. But I think it's called Leap Learning or Leap something or
Leapfrog.
No, not Leapfrog. It's for adults, and what it is it helps. You play video games basically that are learning video games that have a different function to help stimulate your brain. So in your later years, hopefully these things don't fade as fast.
Anybody out there know where I can get some of that stimuli?
We can just pull a couple of 120-volt cables out for you if you want.
Give me a call, please. 1315-2206-0692.
Oh my God! I think Vicky just got the.
Got the what?
I think she just won the.
Why did she win? She didn't call, did she?
No, and Vicky, call in and tell us this. She emailed.
Gmail, huh?
Yeah, well, I think she found your article is what happened.
Yeah, they probably did.
All right. So anyhow, keep going.
But
we only got 5 minutes.
Yeah, after sleeping, the children turn this stuff into good, useful ideas and things, So the right to recall it, after their training, it's like I say, if I like people. There's a young lady over at the bank, which is my neighbor down the street. You think I could remember her name? And she told me her name yesterday. And
I bet you if she told you her phone number, you'd remember.
I probably could remember that. But anyway, numbers is my game.
Right. Me and you both were the same way.
Oh, now we got the call.
Yeah, it's Vicky.
Yeah, she wants that drive.
I think she does. I think she really... Oops, come on, answer. Yeah. There we go. Tech Talk Live. First name, where are you calling from?
Good morning. You told me to call.
Well, yeah. Well, you want to win that 8 gigabyte drive, I suppose?
Your name will go in the hat anyway, unless we get somebody else.
I was just figuring, to do it so other people would do it.
Oh, okay. Well, we'd love to get more callers. If somebody's watching or listening, or even if they're not, they can always call Saturday mornings, 11 to 12.
So
absolutely.
You found my article, did you?
I did find your article.
Do you know what the duck is?
What's that?
Do you know what the duck is?
No, I don't know what the duck is.
I thought you found my article.
It was off
I found a head whale. Unless I got to keep...
Bowhead whale is what you found.
That's one of them, yeah.
That's one of them, okay.
Yeah.
GeoDuck?
That's a GoDucky or GeoDucky or whatever. I'd have to look at
the GeoDuck.
Yeah. Dirtiest
8
job.
Years old?
Dirtiest jobs was digging them up one time.
Jeez.
Gooey duck. Gooey duck. That's what it is. Gooey duck. I know.
Gooey duck.
Gooey duck.
There you go. Yes, I remember the gooey duck because they lived to be what, 140?
68.
168. Yeah.
They're quite the animal, but I'm just saying, just to look at them, it looks like something from somebody digging up all these sex things.
Oh dear God!
Well, look at the damn thing.
Here's the GeoDuck number one. Yeah. He goes.
They do. They spit out like.
I'm sure.
They get a fountain when they get dug out of the ground and get landed up there, and that thing will spray a stream of water like you wouldn't believe.
Oh dear God!
So yeah,
I'm just thinking about your party last week, Vicky.
What's that?
I'm just thinking about your party a few weeks ago, or last week, or whenever it was.
It was a riot. You should have come.
I know. Well, I got to go shoot photos today. I'm going to head up to Geneva to the big skate trick thing that they're having up at downtown Geneva today. I'm going to go take some photos. So.
Well, it's just like
awesome.
Just like he's invited to a lot of other functions, but he don't ever show up.
I'm busy. What do you want?
Yeah, busy. That's all I hear is busy. But I thought I'd give him enough time this year to figure it out. Oh, I could make money there. I can't make it here. Okay.
You're right. I can't make money there. I mean, I'm just eating. Unless I'm going to be the world. Unless I'm going to be the world's fattest man.
But I
get money on YouTube for. I could take my blubber and smush it together and make it look like a face. See, now that's how I could turn that into money.
Yeah. Now if you got those people that got banned from Disney World because they made their breasts and had Mickey and Minnie on each one.
Oh dear God! Really?
That was funny this morning when I got that. Oh, dear me. And then they said that they are real. I said, I didn't say that we're fake. All right. But anyway, don't give away all of our older animals, because that's way other people
That's
can.
That's why I emailed.
Wow. I was going to call you or email you, see if you wanted to stop in on the show this morning. Since JJ had to work, he's home sleeping, taking a cat nap, so...
He's taking a cat nap, huh?
Yeah, he's got to be back to work at 3, too. It's
Yeah, the only problem is Jakey keeps him awake.
Jakey?
Oscar.
Oscar would keep him awake on the show. He'd be like, JJ would be over there sleeping, and next thing you know, he'd be like, ah!
Do you follow us on Facebook, do you?
I do.
Yep.
You like the pictures that are posted?
Absolutely.
I thought that was funny about Flip, telling me that, I had some fun down there, but he didn't tell me what kind of fun until I got the photo.
Right. Hey, I can't tell all my secrets,
Yeah, but just see where that alligator was nipping at.
Is it time for break yet? It is. Look at that. It's time for break. Vicky, have a wonderful time.
You guys have a great day.
All right, thanks for calling.
Vicky. Thanks for calling.
Bye.
Whoops. I hit the wrong button. Oh, well, sorry, Vicky.
So,
anyway, if we're at break, anything else you want to say about that neurological learning thing? Or
no, that was just about to the end of it, you know what I mean? And this result seems to be unique to transfer the implicit and explicit memories,
Right.
Other studies have been found that children benefit from sleep at or below the levels of adults when it comes to other memory tasks.
Right. Right. That's the good stuff. That's I am a firm believer in you can learn a lot while you're sleeping. I mean, it's just a matter of putting on the iPad or the headphones.
Well, you remember years ago when they used to do college courses that way? You'd take your college course and you'd get the tape and you'd put it on. That was back when there were cassettes.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody remember cassettes? Yeah. How about 8-tracks?
You're the only one who remembers 8-tracks. I mean,
but anyway, they used to put the headphones on and go to sleep, and then they'd be listening to their studies, and this way they'd be able to cram that in while they were sleeping.
Right.
So it wasn't so hard to pick up, when they were conscious.
So anyway, hey, if you want to give us a call, 315-220-0692. Tell us the oldest animal. Let's see. Oh, look, we got a question on the chat too. When we come back from break, we'll answer this.
All righty.
Well, okay, got it. Yep, okay.
Yeah,
I got that question. We'll answer it right after break. Let me just... Hey, you're listening to Tech Talk Live on Finger Lakes One. We're broadcast live on FingerLakes1.tv. TV. Hey, check us out on Facebook and like us. Share us. We need help sharing our page. Share us. We love it.
Yeah, share us.
We love you.
Too.
You love us. It's wonderful.
Yeah, share us today. We need help.
Yeah, we need help, all right. Anyway, I'm Flipper.
I'm Snide.
We'll be right back in about 4 minutes. Oh, you've got to be kidding it. You got to be kidding me. This did it to me. Okay, just hang on 1 second and we'll get the breakup for you. It's Tech Talk Live's product reviews. Are you looking for a great wireless optical mouse for your laptop, desktop, or gaming system? The Logitech M305 fits the bill. Go check it out at tiny.cc/TTLM001. The Acer Aspire V3771 is a great laptop. It comes with an Intel i3 processor, 6GB of RAM, 750GB hard drive, 17-inch screen, and Windows 8. Comes in at a great price point. Go check it out at tiny.cc/TTLA001. This has been a Tech Talk Live product review.
Vicky's PC Repair, 585-489-5055. Did your PC go kablooey? Maybe your laptop is screwy? Then call Vicky's PC Repair, 585-489-5055. Need some computer training? Maybe your computer is old and failing? Then call Vicky's PC Repair, 585-489-5055. Ready to hammer your hard drive? Tech support got you waiting for days. Virus and worms and malware, oh my. Then call Vicky's PC Repair, 585-489-5055. Tell her Flipper sent you. Vicky's PC Repair, 585-489-5055.
Welcome to Seneca County, the center of New York's Finger Lakes region. Did you pack your camera? Capture frame after frame of breathtaking vistas that only rolling vineyards nestled between sparkling blue lakes can create, where sunrises and sunsets are events in themselves. Explore small towns and villages filled with quaint shops and rich history. Take in one of our many festivals that celebrate everything from the harvest to women's rights. Tour vineyards and farms and sample the sumptuous foods and wines that the Finger Lakes are known for worldwide. It's the deep waters of these lakes that make our wines and produce so special. They moderate the temperature year-round, creating a unique climate and ideal growing conditions. In fact, it'll only take a few sips of our wines for you to see why so many of our wineries come home with top honors from national and international competitions each year. If you're not a wine lover, wet your whistle at one of the microbreweries, meaderies, distilleries, and cideries that complement the wine trails in Seneca County. Or enjoy the dining, live entertainment, and special events you'll find at the wineries year-round. For quick nosh, nothing goes better with wine than cheese. Sample the area's best right at the wineries. Stop by an artisan cheesemaker's farm. Or get your fill of all our farm fresh products at the road stands, farm markets, and restaurants that dot the county. Then, work it off. Our parks, golf courses, and waterways offer you every outdoor activity imaginable. Bike, hike, or cross-country ski the over 30 miles of trails at Finger Lakes National Forest. Hike or snowshoe through the Montezuma National Wildlife Refuge, where you'll get to see thousands of migratory birds and other wildlife species in their natural habitat. Or if water's more your thing, boat rentals and launches provide easy access to the lakes and the Cayuga-Seneca Canal, which is part of the Erie Canal system and connects both lakes. Plus, there's lots of beaches, splash parks, kayaking, sailing, and canoeing to keep even the most die-hard fish happy. Speaking of fish, you won't believe the variety you'll find here in the Finger Lakes. From recreational to tournament fishing, you'll catch your fill and then some. So stock up on the tartar sauce and be sure to pack your pole. As you can see, if you love nature, you're going to love Seneca County. And if you love history, you'll love it here too. Our communities along the canal are home to historical events that changed the world. Seneca Falls was the site of the first Women's Rights Convention in 1848. Visit the Women's Rights National Historical Park and tour the convention site. Then go through the National Women's Hall of Fame, which celebrates extraordinary American women. Other area museums chronicle our role in the development of industry and transportation throughout history, like the Terwilliger Museum in Waterloo, the village nationally recognized as the birthplace of Memorial Day. The holiday began there in 1866 and is still a big event throughout the community today. For the story behind the holiday, visit the National Memorial Day Museum and delve into exhibits which honor the sacrifice of those who served our country. For more military history, head to the Sampson State Park Military Museum, which honors our veterans through its displays and their annual salute to the troops. Once you've had your fill of history, a little retail therapy may be in order. Our villages and country roads are filled with antique, boutique, and specialty shops for hours of treasure hunting. The Amish and Mennonite communities are strong and thriving here as well. Their markets and stands are must-visits if you're looking for great handmade furniture or homemade baked goods. And for great deals on the latest in designer fashions and more, Waterloo Premium Outlets is home to 100-plus name brand stores. Exhausted yet? Well, when you are ready to settle in for the night, you'll have your choice of woodsy settings, gorgeous lake views, or in-town charm. Pick from any of our stately bed and breakfasts, quaint cabins, friendly campgrounds, or hotels and motels complete with all the modern amenities. So, whether you're planning a romantic weekend getaway, a day trip filled with shopping and wine tours, or a week of exploration and outdoor fun, we invite you to come visit us in Seneca County and see for yourself why we're the center of the Finger Lakes. We promise you an experience that will linger in your memory like one of our fine wines and leave you wanting more.
Tech Talk Live. I'm Flipper.
I'm Snide. And JJ is off.
Sleeping. Dozing. Yeah, he did. He took some no-dos.
But anyway, I got the article about the gooey duck.
Okay.
And it's pronounced gooey
Okay.
duck.
Okay.
Even though it's spelled funny, G-E-O.
We got a question on the chat line. So
okay, let's
do you want to do that, or you want to do that first?
Do the chat line, because I can. This is only a paragraph.
Great. So somebody on the chat line here, ARPANET, wanted to know what our thoughts were about Time Warner and several other ISPs monitoring downloads. There's a link to it and so on and so forth.
My thought is, for downloads, they are cracking down again on the illegal downloads again.
The pirating
of software, movies, as well as songs and stuff like that. They're cracking down, and Time Warner is just starting to go that route. So, your thoughts?
Well, I think that's probably the majority of the reason. I mean, it's not so much it is Big Brother-ish. I mean, we'll definitely say that, because or I'll say that. I just think.
Or didn't I answer the question? I hope I did.
What are your thoughts on that? So what is your? Well, that's you're just explaining what you think they're doing.
No, what I've read and they are doing.
Okay, so I think probably, from an opinion standpoint, I would probably come back to the thought process that illegal downloads is illegal downloads is illegal downloads. I mean, I know we have a lot of people that are just like, well, it's on the internet, I should be able to watch any movie I want. Well, I would tend to agree to that thought process. The videos and music and stuff should all be available online, which pretty much a lot of it is.
All right.
But not necessarily for free, because somebody has to pay for that, because those artists need to get that money.
All right. I got Netflix on my TV.
Yep.
Which is a computer-generated,
internet-based
type thing. Through my Vizio or whatever you want to call it, television. And I can go to Netflix and download a movie. But I have to be a subscriber, because you got to enter the number, which on the back of the controller of that Vizio is a keypad.
Yep.
And you got to enter your information in there in order to download that stuff.
Right, but I think the question still comes down to is the monitoring by your ISP of
such
downloading,
as Time Warner,
right? I mean, is it their? Wow, it's such a hard call, because from one standpoint,
they're protecting our clients.
Okay, us being an artist. Okay, we produce this show. It's copyrighted by us, or whatever the case may be. If all of a sudden everybody started downloading this and sharing it on selling it and making money, but we're not making nothing off of it, yes, there needs to be some mechanisms in there for protection.
That's our copyright if you're selling it.
But how would we even know? That's the question. We probably wouldn't know. If Time Warner was monitoring it and then reporting it back to someplace, I suppose then we would know. But now here comes the other problem, and let me shift perspective just a touch. I, myself, would not be part of one of the big conglomerates like RIAA or MGA or one of the big music houses we're not going to be part of MGM
unless
Disney.
they offer us some money. Or
Right.
whatever,
I mean, if they offer us money to produce the show and we produce the show and we're part of that whole conglomerate, okay, maybe. But I'd probably shy away from that. I mean, we're really more of a homegrown, grassroots kind of
and say what we want and show what we want.
Right.
Do what
Absolutely. So. So twisting the view just a little bit, in one way I like the idea that, okay, they're going to protect, but they're only protecting the big companies. They're not really protecting the little guys like us. So there's the downside to that whole situation for people like us. I mean, so what? They're monitoring it. They're not going to stop, anybody from downloading our. Yeah,
they might be able to catch one or two, but
But I mean, it's not going to protect us. It's not going to protect the people that are getting just as much of a problem as some of the other people. I mean, you look at YouTube. YouTube is a great example. Okay, you produce a decent video on YouTube, or saying you're a stand-up comic and you record your show and you put it on YouTube.
If I think something's funny on this show, and I take the excerpt out of it and post it on YouTube, that's an infringement
of copyright. Yes, it is, and YouTube tries to monitor that. But now, where does it go? Where does it go with Time Warner? That's always the question, And I guess that's where you kind of twist the view just a touch, and you're like, okay, well, from one standpoint, okay, it's protecting artists' rights to earn money doing what they're doing. Okay, and whether you believe in that or you don't believe in that, or you follow that subscription or not follow that subscription to that whole ideal or that whole process, is really where the rubber meets the road. You're not going to have it where we're going to be able to protect copyright and not have some form of monitoring.
I can remember years ago going when the movies first come out in New York City, and the CDs first started on the market. And they used to go down and film the show, carry a camera in, smuggle a camera in, and film the whole show sitting in the theater, and then turn around and put it on the disc, and then start selling them.
Right.
And
well, the other piece to this too.
Got a ringing ding.
Yeah, that's my phone upstairs, so we're not going to answer it. But there's also the other piece to this, which is the 6 Strikes program. And I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing, but I'm assuming it's pretty much the idea that, okay, you're caught 6 times downloading illegal stuff, like saying you're going to a BitTorrent and you're downloading a illegal copy of Windows. You're going to a whatever, someplace, and you're getting illegal movies, illegal music, illegal whatever, and you're caught 6 times, they're going to ban you from their service. Okay, so I can understand that. I'm assuming that's the same thing that I saw posted the other day on Facebook. But, and I suppose, okay, so it's going to get rid of the pirators, or it's going to
slow them down
a touch. But by the end of the day, okay, so what are you going to do? I mean, what?
It was like that thing about, how they get into some of that stuff and what they use for a password.
Yeah.
And then turn around and change the password one key. And they're still able to get back in there. Then they changed it one key because this was blocked. That password or that person was blocked.
I suppose, but the thing of it is that, I mean, they're going to track it by your account. So I think that's the break point. The ISP is going to track your account.
Your internet.
The IP address?
Yeah.
No, because you're gonna have a MAC address. Your modem has a MAC address. That's not changeable. Well, it is changeable if you're a good hacker. But the point is that that device has a MAC address. They're not going to do it by IP address because you can easily.
Excuse me, I got to get a drink of water.
All right, we got another caller. Let's see. First name, where are you calling from? You're on Tech Talk Live.
Yeah, this is Pat O'Connell over here in Auburn.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
All right, I'm Peachy. What can we help you with?
And I'm Apple.
Yeah, a friend of mine over here bought an iPad a couple of weeks ago up to the Best Buy up in Carousel, and she also got a wireless router at the same time, and she signed up for the 2 years of Geek Squad.
Oh, okay.
And she had a problem, so she went to Geek Squad to try to solve it, and they took control of her computer. And they said that you've got 40 people using your internet access.
She didn't.
And she followed their, she put in the password that was provided by, it was a Netgear router, and she put in the password just like followed all the instructions. But when Geek Squad took control of her computer, they said, well, you got 40 people sharing your internet service. We can fix this for $120.
Oh.
Sounded
That's
not
what
right to me.
That was what your Greek squad was for, wasn't it?
Well, that should have been what well, I suppose it depends on the contract terms. I mean, depending on, that's one of the biggest things. First point I think I'm going to make is when you go and you buy these things at like Best Buy or a computer shop or something, and they offer get your Geek Squad on with us or whatever the case may be, and they say what they're going to give you, make sure you check the fine print and look at the actual contract, what they'll provide, because if it's anything outside of those realms, they will charge you an arm and a leg for those services. Like $120 to set up a router. Okay, in my computer days, I would set up a wireless router for $20, $40, okay? And that's only a few years ago. And it is not hard to set up a wireless router, especially to today's day and age, to be, one, secure, and two, easy to work with. I mean, it's pretty much out of the box. You take maybe 10 or 15 steps, ask the user what's going on, how you want to handle a certain thing, and pretty much just set it up and be out the door. I mean, you're talking a half hour troubleshooting problem at the most. Now, Geek Squad is saying $120 and we'll fix that. That's just kind of nuts at $120.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it is. That's just absolutely outrageous. I would love to be making that kind of money. But to fix this, I mean, really the big thing is that to stop other people from using your internet, there's only two simple things that you got to do. You got to get into your router. So if you understand how to get into your router, it's probably a web page, and you go in and you put in the username, password, admin piece, and go under wireless security. And under wireless security, you're going to put in a WPA password. Make sure the password is more than 8 characters. I usually recommend 12 characters. It can be just plain characters, so you don't need special symbols, but if you want to add complexity, get special symbols in there. And put that passcode in. You only have to set that up on your laptop or wireless devices once.
Don't ever forget it. Write it down someplace and put it in a secure spot.
Right. I usually... As a tech, I will usually print it off on a piece of paper, cut it out, and then tape it to the bottom of the wireless router so you don't forget it.
You got that?
Did that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, that's a 5-minute fix. And the thing is that most home users don't do. I don't even do it. You should be changing your wireless password once every 6 months just to prevent your neighbors from around you from using some of the hacking tools out there that are absolutely free. There's this one called Wi-Fi Bytes, and what it does is it actually listens to the Wi-Fi traffic and then takes and recompiles the passcode from the traffic, the encrypted traffic. And it's really neat, but it takes forever for it to do. But once it does it, you're on somebody else's Wi-Fi no matter what. So it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got 3 wireless routers in my home, scattered throughout, and I get traffic hacks a lot of times on it.
Well, yeah, because you got neighbors.
Yeah, I got a lot of neighbors. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
So did that answer your questions there?
Yes, it does.
All right, me personally, I would not pay $120 for. Call Vicky's PC Repair. We had her at the break.
I told her. I said I wouldn't. It doesn't sound right.
I'm pretty sure Vicky's PC Repair, that one of our sponsors for the show here, I'm pretty sure she'll do Auburn. I'm not sure if she would or not. She always watches the show, so she'll probably hear this. But really, the thing of it is that a lot of your local techs, not your Geek Squads and stuff, but your local techs, they might be a little bit more per hour. But they're not. Most of them are fairly honest, where they're not going to sit there and be like, "Oh, it's $120 to fix this," and they only spend 10 minutes doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, some places charge a charge for the first hour anyway.
Right. Well, even if for the first hour you have them come in and do a couple things. Hey, could you fix my router and do a virus scan on my computer and whatever? You know, just have some
Something that you
maintenance.
don't understand what to do.
Yeah. But yeah, I do not, you know, no offense against Geek Squad, but you know, I do not find the service valuable. Not the way it used to be, you know.
Yep.
So if you need any more information on this, we'll be on the show, or email us at techtalkliveny@gmail.com, and it's on our video page. That's how you probably got us in the first place,
yep.
right?
Any other questions?
yes.
Any other questions, sir?
No, that'll be it.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in.
Oh, enjoy your photo shoot. Enjoying the show.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Now, where were we on this?
Well, we were on the Time Warner thing. So.
That was pretty much so wrapped up.
Yeah,
on
for the
that.
most part. I mean, just a quick summary, just a quick statement. I think probably the thing is that, you know, where can big corporations and media production people can protect their copyrights? Okay, well, you're not going to do it necessarily just at the video end. You got to do it wherever the problem is. But the one thing that I wanted to add to this whole thing, which really which really irritates the hell out of me, is the fact that it always seems to be geared back towards Americans, and nobody is trying to fight the Chinese, the Russians, the French that are all doing all these hacks, all these stealings. They're even the ones putting out the torrents for anybody else to download. I mean, let's go to the source. Let's go get those people. Let's get those countries involved. You know, and if you're not, then don't put it on the American people. You know,
And
I'm sorry.
I always thought Poison Ivy was something that irritated you.
Okay, back to the gooey duck.
Okay, the gooey duck is they're one of the oldest, like she said, 168 years old. But this is a bizarre looking, highly phylatic gooey duck. Is a bivalve clam native to the coastal waters of the north.
Bivalve clam.
Well, that's what it is, a bivalve.
I got a bivalve.
So anyway, your heart's got a bivalve in it too. Anyway, of the Pacific Northwest, especially at Puget Sound in Washington State. The name is pronounced gooey duck, just like gooey.
Yeah, I think I remember that Dirty Jobs episode because I was still living at the house with you. Yeah.
But it derived from the American Indian phrase meaning dig deep. Fitting because the huge clam lived deep in the mud flats, F-L-A-T.
Oh my God,
flats,
Vicky, he's going deep. Look out.
Of their coastal.
With the gooey ducks.
If you want to dig deep, because gooey duck is a delicacy with the mud bryness and the crunchy, oh, there goes my video. the crunchy texture that has, in recent decades, become very trendy, especially in Asia.
Right.
But they are the largest clam species, so that is a clam.
Yep.
And like I said, they live for more than hundreds of years. And the oldest known gooey duck, like she said, was a whopping 168 years old.
Wow.
So that's all it is on that paragraph
I wonder if they have rings like trees to tell how old they are.
Well, they got a shell on them. You know, from what I see here, they got a shell. So it must be the ring of the shell tells how old they are.
Well, maybe. Are we ready to move on from the gooey duck and go into? I've got two things. B and Seth actually wanted me to cover this Leep motion controller.
Let me cover two items, which are not going to be too much. I'm just going to mention them.
All right, hurry it up.
And it's the immortal jellyfish, and they're older than
the immortal gem.
That's what it says. The immortal jellyfish.
The immortal KY jellyfish.
A few hundred years old, impressing generations of scientists. So
where's JJ when I need him?
But anyway, that's the immortal jellyfish. And then she said the bowhead whale.
Bowhead whale, yes, that was an old one.
And that was the oldest known bowhead whale was 211 years old. So that's older than,
You are so scary with the news sometimes.
then we go into the GeoDuck as the next one, and then I'll pause from there for the other three, which you wanted to go into something else here.
Well, we got 5 minutes left, and I was just going to...
Well, nobody else called in to say anything about anything older than just her.
Right.
So
Well,
she might
whatever.
win it.
So anyway, Leap Motion controller ship in mid-May for $80. And what this is a video camera uses your... I think I'm still trying to figure out exactly what it is. I think it's an IR device that actually finds your hands... Okay, so you put your hands in front of the screen and saying if you want to click something, you just go click, click, or you do this. And it's not touching the screen, it's just right in the midair. And Leap Motion is saying it's coming out. 3D motion tech gets closer to store shelves. It'll be out in mid-May. Supposedly, it'll make it so that when, like people with Windows 8, okay, that don't have touch screens will now have touch air.
Touch air?
Right, so... you go up to your screen, you'd be like, okay, I want to click this, boom, and I want to click that, boom, and I want to click this, go cowboy. And then away you go.
So it was touch screens, now it's touch air.
Touch air, yeah, that's weird. So the controller will be about $80. You can pre-order it for $70. It will ship to pre-order customers on May 13th and be available to everyone on May 19th.
Can I touch air and make somebody disappear?
I suppose that would work. If you put their picture up on screen and then go close. Right?
Yeah.
Disappear.
So.
Isn't that like the old saying, you put people's heads in in between your fingers, go squish, squish?
Yeah.
Yeah, squish, squish. Yeah. Anyway, so that's gone.
All right.
All right.
Your other article?
The other thing was I was going to cover portable hard drives because, we like to try to preach backup.
Yeah.
And more backup.
Yeah.
Not saying that you should, do it to a flaw, but, you should always have at least 2 copies of critical things, like your photos.
My pictures are on my 8 gigabyte 8 gig thumb drive.
Yep.
And they're also on, I don't care if I only put 4 pictures on a CD.
Now some
CDs are only 10 cents a piece now,
right.
or something like that.
But the thing is is that portable hard drives have become a really big thing as of recent with the new Thunderbolt USB 3 coming out.
Same thing as a thumb drive, only it's
just a lot bigger.
It's just
and
bigger.
It really size matters in this case. A lot of guys don't want to hear that.
Then I get back to your terabit drive, which is thumb drive, or is that a hard drive?
No, it's a hard drive, but it's
but
networked thumb drive.
Newer ones are like a thumb drive, aren't they?
Well, they're USB. They're all USB now. I mean, they can do a USB but the thing is that the portable hard drive piece is really interesting because, you get a small device, probably about the size of a little bigger than 2 credit cards. And, you can pretty much, carry around all your photos, all your videos, all our Tech Talk shows, all our whatever on this little hard drive. And then you could always buy 2 of them. And they're not too bad, really. I mean, some of them are a little expensive. Like the Thunderbolt ones are about $200 a piece. The Lenovo ThinkPad USB secure hard drive comes with an actual... I wonder if you can see this on screen. Let's see if we can do this real quick. It comes with a keypad on it so that you have to enter a key code before you can actually retrieve the stuff off that. That's quite interesting that, that they're thinking security.
My key code. So you put it on and tape it on the back side of it so you always have it.
Right. Yeah, right? But portable hard drives is really a good thing. I really think that a lot of people, especially because a lot of people do a lot more than just pictures. They do videos, they do pictures, they do documents, most people in general, especially today's day and age, do a lot of stuff with their computers. Get a portable hard drive or get a NAS like a Western Digital MyBook or something and back that stuff up. You can right now get a 3 terabyte drive, USB drive, 3 terabyte for $129 off a Newegg.
And that's more than what Cloud will store for you.
That's more than what the Cloud we got here, but we bought that a year ago or whatever, or half a year.
Year and a half, whatever.
No, 6 months ago or whatever, when we first started the show.
Well, anyway, it's...
But the whole point was that, backup. You can go find these and check out Tech Talk Live's website. Right now it's podcast.fingerlakes1.com. youtube.com/Tech Talk Live. It's going to be changing as soon as I get the domain names purchased. I'm poor. We don't get nothing for the show. Send us donations.
Any and all is greatly appreciated.
Right? Send me I need a new PlayStation 3. Ours broke.
How come you broke it?
No, the video card went, or is going, I should say. It's not quite broke yet. But that's a big thing. Portable hard drives. Go out and check them out. Newegg.com. Go out to Amazon.com. Go check out the IBM Lenovo ThinkPad USB 3 secure drive. Also check out the Seagate Backup Plus or even the Seagate Backup Plus desktop drive, which is the 3 terabyte one. Don't forget Western Digital. Western Digital has a lot of good products out. They sell Western Digital at Walmart. So if you don't have a computer store near you, you can always go to Walmart.
Anyway, we'll continue this large animal, or you want me to just run through them fast, or what?
Yeah, finish it. We're at 12 o'clock, so we're done. So just finish them up, and we'll sign off.
All right, it's an Aldabra giant tortoise, and they lived longer than 150 years. So anyway, up to ridiculous of 255 years old. So that's pretty darn old if you ask me, right? So that's number 4, and number 5, come on up here. You got a slow internet receiver.
Yeah, right.
And then this is TUAT, that's a tara. And it's like a lizard-like animal in New Zealand, native to New Zealand. And their age dates back to about 111 years back in 2009, and some experts believe that that Tatra could reach 200 years old in captivity. That was number 5, and number 6 is one more. And this is the American lobster. I didn't know they lived that old. American lobster, and 44 pounds. 140 years old is estimated.
Really?
So that's by their shell or however they figure that.
Well, that's like a parrot.
So whatever, so that lobster is 40 pounds. How could you eat 40 pounds of lobster? You'd have to have a luau, wouldn't you?
I don't know, Pops.
But that's kind of struck me this last week is animals older than humans, and that was part of the show.
Right.
So
yeah, that was great. That came out good.
But anyway, it looks like only one person won the.
If we do it that way for the we can always.
You said if you.
Yeah, I know, but
How do you want to do it?
I don't know. We'll give it to Vicky. What the heck? We'll buy another one. They're cheap. I can go to Staples. They're they're fun to give away. I love giving stuff away. If we just had more money, we'd.
Yeah, well, that's a trouble. I had problems too.
I'm still trying. What we're trying to do is I'm trying to get. I've been talking to a couple people at Sony America to see if we can't give away a free Sony PS4 when it comes out this holiday season. So they're
but we'd have.
But they want to split the costs. They're like, well, we'll give you some. You advertise it. I don't know. I just started talking with them this last week. So
and then it's got to be something like it would be almost like up until next Christmas or something. With people's names or however you're going to do it.
Or if we can get it squared now, it's now from now until up to next Christmas or this Christmas.
This Christmas coming up.
So anyway,
it isn't a monthly gift or something.
No, it's a one-time thing for Christmas.
So. But whatever, we're still trying.
Santa Flipper and his elf Snide.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I guess we're done for this week. And,
all right, so you're done with the animals, right?
Yeah, we're done with the animals, and whatever I add extra, I'll bring it up next week.
All right, that sounds fine. So anyway, you've been listening to Tech Talk Live. I'm Flipper.
I'm Snide.
And we're on every Saturday morning, 11 to 12, approximately. And check us out. Like us on Facebook. Give us a call.
Give me one.
Yeah. Email us at techtalkliveny@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook. You can also check us out at podcast.fingerlakes1.com/techtalklive. We'll see you next week. We're out of here.
Okay. See ya.
Been listening to your technology talk show. Tune in next time to Tech Talk Live.